Hey, what's up, world? I'm Harvey, CEO of Success Nonetheless. Today, I'm so excited to be beside a man I greatly, dearly respect. He's doing a lot of things in the community. He's the CEO of the Stokey Project, an entrepreneur, father. I mean, I could just go on and on. But what I really like about him is the fact that he's always pouring into people and leading by example, which is so hard to find for people to do these days. So without further ado, please welcome Mr. Stokey Cannady. How are you feeling?
Fine. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So can you introduce yourself to the world?
Oh, my name is Michael Stokey Cannady. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. Grew up in a neighborhood called Reservoir Hill, better known as White Lock Street. Went to school there, college there, so that's pretty much been my home for the most of my life.
How are you able to build a successful foundation?
I always preach relationships, having really healthy, honest, strong relationships. To me, is the key to success. My way of really building very successful companies such as the Stokey Project and Never Give Up, and building healthy relationships with companies like Shoe City and Rock Nation and things like that.
How do you teach people to not chase after the easy money, coming from your own personal story?
If you look at the numbers or do a consensus and you ask yourself, what is the goal or objective, it's always going to be money and finance, but what's important, family and freedom. So I wouldn't take the chance of losing my family or my freedom ever again to chase temporary finances.
What's something that Stokey has to do that hasn't been done yet?
I just believe in being a good person, and if you're a good person, I think that energy will, transcend into other areas of life. If I can create a street constitution or, a moratorium where as though people can stop killing each other and stop hating, So that's really what I wish I could do, especially being black and in America. We are already at an all-time high in committing genocide. So I think if anything I could do, it would be to spread knowledge and mental wealth on how important it is to love and respect each other. My mom, she the one that told me never to give up on her deathbed. And I think the reason why she told me that, because if you give up, you'll never know what the outcome will be. I don't even use that word. I only use try unless it's by mistake. I think try is an excuse or a cop-out for not doing your best. So I always try to do my best. And definitely I don't ever give up. Fortunately, she died of HIV in 1999, and her last words to me was never give up. And I named my company, my publishing company, Never Give Up. That was the first business project I started. And from that day forward, it's always been a tattoo in my heart, in my head, my mind, and my soul. Never to give up. And I think that she died believing that I wouldn't. So I don't ever want to let her down in terms of starting something and not finish it.
A lot of things that are said about you. So what is the real, who is the real Stokey? What, besides what's on Google and what's on Instagram, like who are you?
I'm a father, I'm a friend, I'm a hard worker, I'm a dedicated person. I went through many transitions in life. I think a certain situation shouldn't define you, whether it be good or bad or indifference, whether it be a former basketball player, a former musician. I don't think those roles in life define who you are as a person. And I like to leave it up to other people to define who I am to them. But to me, I'm just a person that want more, from tomorrow than I did today. My success never supersedes my happiness. I don't get caught up in a lot of accolades and titles, because those things could be suspended with time, but when your character is attached to something like longevity and you prove yourself to people, I think that means more to them than just having, one day of stardom. If anything, I can lead with someone, it would be always just be good, be good to others. That way it can be reciprocated. So I'm just a good person who want more for others than I want for myself sometimes.
I'm always called to do different events and so forth. So how can women like myself influence and build self-esteem in young men and be taken serious and not just as a pretty face all the time?
It doesn't help to have a pretty face, but I think your influence has to be in your actions and your dedication and commitment. Like, I work with a young lady by the name of April Diva Styles, and she's very influential. She has some of the most strongest female attributes I've ever seen, and she has the biggest heart. Little Mo I work with, those women have successfully achieved, certain goals in life by being more than just a pretty face, And I think if I were you or anyone for that matter who wants to influence men or young men to stay authentic, have your principles and your morals, in place where they can always respect and accept you for who you are. What you have is a lost generation who are crying for help, and who necessarily don't see the need to change. Once a lot of positive people like yourself join forces or align yourself with other people with the same factions, and we show them the right way and allow them to bear witness that things can be done, a lot of things will change. Because it starts with your thinking. If you think you can do something, probably you can. And we'll start seeing different outcomes. You can find me on IG at the Stokey Project, on Twitter, Stokey Project, and on Facebook, Stokey Cannady.
Well, I thank you so much from driving to Baltimore all the way to D.C. to be on the show today. I see nothing but great things for you. So you guys check out Mr. Stokey. I'm Kat Harvey. Till next time, success, nothing less.